Hello, voters from District 8 of Berkeley. My name is Jay. I'm one of your District 8 City Council candidate for this year, the election, November 8th. Um, I'm using 5 slides, including this title slides, to share with you my campaign ideas. My committee, by the way, is called the Wu for Berkeley City Council, District 8, 2020. That's my okay. So let's get it started. The first one, my first goal is to build a harmonious Berkeley, because I deeply believe that without the harmony, you can't really do much. So by harmony, I mean to bring people together. What are the peoples? I think we were two group of people. One is that UC Berkeley student and faculty, UC Berkeley community, and the other is the local communities, folks from living here 20, 30, 40 years and all their life. So how do we do this? How do we build a harmonious Berkeley? Listen to these ideas. Let me see. The first one is the student caregiver for local seniors. Obviously, that the student, before they become a caregiver, we will be training them. So, training the student to become a caregivers for local seniors. It's a meaningful thing to do because that get people know each other, and also student will make some income and know the seniors while making some money. So obviously, this is based on the volunteer basis. Whoever wants to do it, especially for people with like thinking about nursing majors or that kind of things, that nature. The second move is that the student counselor for the homeless. This is a meaningful thing to solve one of the two key steps to solve the homelessness problem. The other step is called the tiny houses. Nowadays, with the technology, you can have a pre-built tiny houses that are sold in Amazon for below $5,000, and then but having houses is not enough. Having a house enough because houses it's better than net. Net is associated with so much shame, right? And but a house is better. However, that's not enough. The other thing that, based on my understanding, a lot of homeless people, they're really suffering from the loneliness. So if we could have some student acting as a counselor, and with people, which obviously we need training, but we have plenty of students in the psychology and the counseling majors. They'll be able to do that, and then we can to make them become the counselors slash friends to the homeless people. We are much closer towards the solving the problems. And the third step, the student volunteer for emergency language assistance. This is a more because I heard from news that in Oakland, especially in Chinatown, some Chinese ladies and guys they don't speak English. So if we can have some student volunteer with language skills and they be associated with the local police, and the police can push one button and get to them, and then they can do the translation right there, right on the spot. Again, all these things will be paid one way or the other. And then the next number 4 step is that the policy opinion. This is basically before we jump into any public policy decisions, we need to hear from the citizens. When I say inter-community, I mean the UC Berkeley community and the local folks community. So we need to have those voice heard before the decision is made. The next one is called mediation before litigation. I understand that a few lawsuit is already in the court right now, but that's not good. My goal is to have a mediation, always have a mediation before litigation to reduce the cost. And then the final idea towards harmonious Berkeley is that the united front against the hate. Here is hate with the S, meaning hate of any kind. Instead of doing the online, instead of distributing flyers or pamphlet, I really believe the people power. So my idea is to have an interracial patrolling squad to right on the thing when the hate speech happened. These people will intervene right there and get the prevent the problem, prevent the situation from getting worse. More details you can look at my website. There is an article on that. So this is a harmonious Berkeley land, my first goal. My second goal is that to have an innovative Berkeley, leveraging the existing resources and power, human power in Berkeley to make Berkeley more innovative. The first idea is to have something called the BOSIC. BOSIC stands for Berkeley Open Solutions Idea Competition. This idea is that you have problems that every city, every state, every country has a problem. So with the problems, what are the solutions? So my idea is to have an open solutions idea competition. Obviously, if it's a competition, then you have a reward, you have a prize for that. So a monetary prize for that. So that's my first idea. The second idea is that this related. We will have an annual award for things like the best idea of the year, best idea for housing, best idea for policing, for infrastructure, for environment, for safety and climate. We will have a different task forces established to soliciting and select to give them a reward. So make people realize that if you have ideas, you will get reward. And then the third one is that to develop city apps, a lot of city apps, city-specific apps. It could be like a for crime map of Berkeley, for could be like an administration. Like for example, this time I was walking around in the District 8. I have no idea which street, which house belongs to District 8 rather than District 7. Those kind of things is actually not hard with the GPS. We can have an app to do that based on your location. So the instant to tell you which district this house belongs to. And then we also have a law enforcement app. For example, my car has been towed away twice, even though with a residential parking permit, because the truck did not have the capability to tell which car has a permit, which not, because everything is electronic. So this kind of low mistake can be totally avoided. And also we can have a traffic map, transportation, like for example, if you're waiting for bus, you how long before the next one is coming, things like that nature. And then the next one is prospective Berkeley, meaning the economic growth. California is the fifth largest economy in the world. Berkeley should be one of the leading economy as well. So in that spirit, I propose the following. The first one is Elmwood College Avenue Fairs. This really should have been there a long time ago because a fair in Berkeley will be much more appealing than one in some other cities. Okay, I guess as a trial on a trial basis, we could have like twice a year. We could call that back to school fairs, which means that one is in spring, another is in fall. But if everything goes well, we can make it a weekly. The second idea is to have a entrepreneurs and investors exchange. I guess to link them, these people together. We have a lot of Berkeley alumni, the parents, they are into financial business, they are the investors, and then we can have like exchange, let the entrepreneurs to sell their ideas to investors, and then we have a link. We have something new, new to the world to be materialized. The third one is wildfire fighting headquarters. This is related to my own idea because I developed some ideas that it's called the fire net. Basically, it acts like a mosquito net. You can drop it from the rooftop and cover the entire roof. And then when the fire alarm is gone, we can lift it up, those kind of things. The final one is the attract alumni sponsored enterprises. When we talk about alumni, we always think, well, let's get the money from them, let's get a donation from them. But actually, we can do so much more. We can let them, use their connections, use their established business to do something in Berkeley. We can give them some incentive for them to do that. Plus, if you're proud of Berkeley, you want to make it better. If the best way to make it better is to have some business here, right? And then finally, this is the international Berkeley. Make Berkeley is already international, right? We attract so many international students, but we might as well just take advantage of that. So the first idea is called International Student Scholars for Sister Cities. I said, sister cities that right now is done by some third parties, and they decide which cities to be connected to Berkeley. But that's not organic. I think a better way to do that is to use the existing exchange student scholars and then to find out where they come from and then make them the ambassador and establish the sister city. That's more meaningful. The last one, the last idea is that the Berkeleyan for International Trade Ambassador, the BIDA. This is, to be honest, the globalization model is already dead. So since they're more into bilateral relationship, we might as well take advantage of that using Berkeley alumni and exchange students to find out what are needed in developing or developed countries, what their local needs are, or what they can afford. So we can either export or import between the U.S. and then, but all using Berkeley as the stepping stone to get us started. Folks, this is all I have. So I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know if you have any questions and comment. Thank you.